out today with a new episode, which does relate very specifically to the multiverse, namely episode 2 of Loki. Who here had the chance to see that?
I did.
Yeah, and so did I. So, gentlemen, what did you think of episode 2?
Why don't you go first this
evolving
time?
in the right direction.
Why don't you go first this time, Andre?
Okay, sure. I would say that for the until like I thought it was like, as you can hear, I have mixed feelings. I thought it was like unnecessarily convoluted, and up until the beginning, and then they're looking for this escaped hunter. And then I was actually frustrated. I was like thinking, okay, this is a very different character than what Loki was, but has this dude completely forgotten that he is Loki, the god of mischief? This guy, he's a god. He doesn't have to run after a dude in the streets of London in the 70s, go panting and wheezing and struggling with catching up to the guy. He's a freaking god. He has more stuff at his disposal. So I was about ready to check out there and then it turned out, oh, the writers, they remembered, oh, shit, this is Loki. And then they actually made him Loki for a little while. And then they forgot that he was Loki again, and they just made it a convoluted mess. A Loki that struggles to get information out of people when not billions, but trillions of people are on the line, and he can't get information out of someone without resorting to some trickery because he can't get rough. I was like, it's better than season 1. I was more frustrated at this point in season 1, but I felt that this episode was pretty much filler. It didn't really push anything forward. It was just techno-babble after techno-babble in a way that would have made Star Trek Voyager jealous. I don't really get what the problem is, what the hell they're going on about. Oh, this is so bad. So, dude, this is the nature of the universe. So what's so freaking bad here? Like, I don't get it. They haven't communicated to me what the problem is. I'm watching and I don't get what's going on. Yeah, my gist of the episode. Oh yeah, and this was also the episode where female Loki returned. I'd rather have her just stay away because she was more unlikable and less interesting and more frustrating than ever. Yeah, no, I'm this middle-aged woman and I just want to work at McDonald's. Leave me alone. This is my best life. It was a frustrating watch. And it's still the highlight of Marvel on Disney Plus, which says more about Marvel on Disney Plus than it does Loki. But we'll get back to that. So, yeah, Chato, what did you think?
Well, I love Tom Hiddleston. I could watch him forever. And other than that, there wasn't much else to recommend the show. It really staggers me just how good an actor he is. I was utterly gobsmacked at the sequence where he and Owen were fiddling around with the device. And I'm thinking, why are these two high-level individuals and Loki, of all people, who I'm sure did not go to DeVry to learn how to do IT repair.
I forgot about DeVry.
is screwing around with, I think there's a DeVry in the States, isn't there?
Are you mocking DeVry?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And there he is with a jeweler's screw, screwing around with some device. Like, when in Loki's entire overt did he ever fix anything? Like, it was the dumbest moment. That was like, I'll call that a writing of convenience moment. Like that needs to go to short. It
needs to go to OB,
which they did. They tried, and then there was the other guy who was capable of doing it also.
Mm-hmm.
And he came up with him.
flipped that scene where it was Owen Wilson trying to put together the temp thing and Loki trying to read the manual, because that makes more sense.
It makes way more sense. But even then, they're too high level to be screwing around with that kind of stuff. There could have been a way to write it that one of the two geeks that they have available takes ownership of doing it. Because the other geek I actually like. He's a very funny guy. Very likable guy. So other than that, the extended torture sequence with the guy they captured was ridiculous. And the main problem is I'm not feeling emotionally connected to all the millions of people who have died due to the fact that their threads have been blown up. And I'm still not entirely sure what that Scottish woman was doing and how she got her minions and why is she blowing up all those threads and killing all those people. I'm still confused. So I'm in the confused camp with.
Yeah, I was lost for most of this episode. It felt like filler. They wasted a good chunk of it on that Brad Wolf guy, whose name sounds very familiar. I'm pretty sure he's someone in the comics of Marvel, but I'm not 100%. And it was really just kind of a distraction over getting the plot moving.
And Obi didn't have the password available to do something. He needed the password to connect with the thing that he repaired, but it was, the original designer.
Yes.
Has to.
So this seems to have been a very long episode to set up the fact that they need to get a variant of Kang.
Right.
It was 42 minutes of them telling us we need to, essentially at the end, telling us we need to get a
Kang variant.
So, but you know what? Thinking about it, you are right. This was 42 minutes spent saying something that should have been communicated in 42 seconds in the previous episode.
And why did we need Mrs. Loki to join Loki to attack this gang of miscreants, the people who went AWOL? Why do we need her?
They're searching for her, had no setup for a payoff.
Nothing.
The answer to that, without even watching it, Paul, is political ideology.
There you go.
Yeah.
So in the old days, you would write action sequence ensues. Now they write in the script political ideology ensues, and then they figure it all out later.
You're probably right. That's a scary thing.
That is the scary thing. That was a terrible scene with the McDonald's. And then at the very end, the young guy trying to pick her up. Like, dear Lord, dude, she's 30 years older than you.
Yeah. Not only that, the actual part where Owen Wilson is talking about how delicious the McDonald's food was also made me laugh.
I was also thinking, there we have the sponsor of the episode.
Oh, no, it's the sponsor of the whole season.
But that's an Owen Wilson joke. That's part of who he is. Even like, it doesn't matter what movie he's in. Like, that's a nice Owen archetype.
Is he Canadian?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, he seems Canadian.
Well, he has that kind of way of talking.
Yeah, but Canada will not be blamed for him.
Nope. No. And for instance, the McDonald's pies that we had up here, I mean, it would be a bonus if there was any actual fruit in it. You'd cut it open and then you go, oh, it's just goop.
It's just sugar.
Just sugar goop. But man, it was a great way to burn the top of the palate of your mouth.
Yeah, the hard palate.
Oh man, had to be careful.
You could actually peel off the skin afterwards, right?
Yes, you could.
Yeah. Well, by the way, that goop we here in the States call jelly. I mean, you might be familiar with that.
It was unique. I remember one of us actually got a cherry and went, holy man, let's split it between the three of us.
You found a piece of cherry.
That's right. Yeah.
Sadly, this episode was a waste of time. They spent so long on trying to reinvigorate the mischievous aspect of Loki, only for him to abandon it The torture thing went on way too long.
Way long. Yeah. Although that segment was brought to you by Hoover Vacuum.
Hoover or Henry Vacuums, one of the two.
But isn't Hiddleston amazing? I find him mesmerizing.
Captivating. Yeah.
Like what would the show be without him? What a waste. At some level, as an actor, you with that level of intellect, you must be reading the script and going, okay, it's just a paycheck.
I think at that point,
I feel badly. I mean, people say, "Oh, how do you feel badly? He's getting a lot of money and blah blah blah." But I mean, actors don't always think about the money.
Well, he already has the money. What he wants is a challenge and respect as an actor, and this isn't doing that.
He is exec producer on it, which, as script knows, means nothing.
But, yeah, it's basically gives him another check,
right?
Essentially, at this point.
Yeah, and
it looks great. The show looks. Yeah. It's the best Marvel TV show. The look.
Well, it's the aesthetic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's been the conversation we had last week when we were talking about it. And I would say this. I said they had two shows that were as aesthetically perfect. The first one was the first one they did, which was the WandaVision show. And until they got to the third or fourth episode, when that fell off a cliff,
yeah,
it was very cool.
Yep, I agree.
But because you could have the two-dimensional world of television, and it worked. In this, and again, I'm just basing it off the first episode because I have not yet seen this episode, which is why I'm being quiet, except to make jokes, at your expense.
That's fine.
But the aesthetic of this show has always been top notch. I mean, it is delivered visually. It just hasn't done so in the story, at least, up to the.
Yeah, it's Soviet era nuclear power station 70s. Equipment.
Yeah. Late 60s, early 70s. With some other tech mixed in that is unexpected, but
yeah,
it's
big,
beautiful.
Bulky, analog fun, that type of stuff. Yep.
Very. I'm trying to think of the Bethesda video game. Starts with F. Never mind.
Fallout, sir.
Fallout. Thank you. It's very Fallout.
It is, and that's what I love about it. It's the only thing I love about it.
No, I agree.
Yeah. Well, I think that we are largely in agreement here. And also, we're skipping ahead on the super chat a little bit. Ted and the Black says for $1.99, the Wilson brothers are from Dallas, Texas.
There you go.
So,
wow.
You can blame Canada for many things, but not for that. That one is on Texas.
Yeah, you have to be in South America to be that far away from Canada. So there you go.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
This clip was taken from Midnight's Edge in the Morning, which streams live every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time on the Midnight's Edge main channel. There you can send in your live questions and comments before clips and full stream replays are uploaded to Midnight's Edge live archives. We are also on Twitter, Rumble, Odyssey and Facebook, so smash that like, help share, subscribe and join us.